Good morning, everyone. My name is Ella Matsuoka, and thank you for joining us this morning. This is the Konko Mission of Wahiawa. We will now begin our monthly service for our founder, Ikigami Konko Daijin. Please join us in prayer. Mediation prayer, page 2 of the prayer book. Mediation prayer. Let us seek a sacred mediation of
Konko Daijin, sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. We receive the mediation anew with all our heart and soul on this day, this very moment. Ikigami Konko Daijin sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin sama.
Purification prayer. Through the way of mediation,
May our sincere apology be acceptable to you, our divine friend. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you.
County prayer. Reverently we pray.
The goodness of heaven, the richness of earth, mindful of thou seas, their path without end. In heaven and earth is life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works. Let us praise Tenshikaino Kami, let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as the divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way.
Yet
Many along the way are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes, greatest Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and began the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity.
Humbly we pray.
The divine parent wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By leading the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and in at the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieve, seeking salvation for all who suffer, and he at the dawning of day. Though years pass, the world changes, he did not waver from his task. the divine task of mediation. Teach us give the sacred Tenchi guiding principles for our daily life. The divine favor with us renewed, blessing all universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way through all the hardships of this world, through pain of body and soul. The way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami, without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For living aware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and acknowledgement our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us. We are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray.
Okay, please bow your heads in prayer.
We recite prayer for monthly service for Ikigami Konko Daijin. Ikigami Konko Daijin sama, Tenchi Kai no Kami-sama, a divine fair universe of your Konko mission Wahiawa. I ask you, young, realm that stay for a prayer. We gather here today, monthly service for Ikigami Konko Daijin, on this day, January 10, 2021. Through this service, we extend our deep gratitude and acknowledgement of the divine work, contributions, and eternal President Konko Daijin, who has been sent to the world for the well-being of entire humanity through the divine Otenchi Kaino Kami, a divine universe. We solemnly acknowledge the divine Otenchi Kaino Kami revealed humanity in 1873. Tenchi Kaino Kami stated, although people lived in heaven and earth, they are not aware of Kami's blessings, shrines, temples, and houses, all stand on Kami's plan. Without realizing this, people contemplate directions, and with this respect to Kami, they suffer hardship due to offenses. Tenchi Kaino Kami has an Ikigami Konko Daijin, the blessings and teachings, so the mankind may prosper. Kami is Kami because of man, and man is man because of Kami. Both are fulfilled through this mutual relationship. Through the found Ikigami Konko Daijin, we have become enlightened to the blessed Tenchi Kaino Kami, a divine universe, and we enjoy blessings in all aspects of life. We extend our deep appreciation for the work of towards mediation, the well-being, humanity, and peace for all. This divine function has been kept by the spiritual Konkokyo organization in the last 162 years. This year marks 207th anniversary of the founder, Konko Daijin. It also marks 38 years since his departure. We extend our deep prayers and appreciation for the perpetual services of the Towards mediation by the fifth spiritual head, Heiki Konko. We pray for his good health and continue to engage in his services. We also extend our thanks to the ministers who have dedicated their life in spreading Konkokyo faith at many places throughout the world. The foundation of this church, the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, was initiated in the Konkokyo days, and able to become Konko minister through the transfiguration of the Reverends Masayuki and Kikei Kodama of Konko Mission Home, and dedicated in mission work in Wahiawa for 32 years since 1940. We extend our deep appreciation and heart gratitude for enabling us to operation the operation of this church in the last 81 years. It is through the divine guidance and arrangements of us that support and help all the people who have ever established relationship to this local church, and help of all the eternal spirit that the Konko Mission Wahiawa has come thus far. We sincerely ask the divine parent Ikigami Konko Daijin and the eternal spirit to continue to help and guide us in the practice of faith and further expansion of the Konkokyo faith community in Hawaii. We have been trying to be mindful of any elements of blessing our divine parent Ikigami coming, and try to respond the acknowledgement, appreciation of blessings, which we may take for granted, whether it is the water we use, the food we enjoy, the air we breathe, the land we live on, the natural resources we utilize, the jobs we have, the families that we perpetuate, all of our normal bodily function and abilities. All elements of life are possible through the grace and love Tenchi Ikigami Kami. Thank you for the blessings we have enjoyed in our personal social lives. We strive to actualize the teachings of divine Tenchi Ikigami Kami. Please accept our presence here today and many offerings, services, in any forms, and prayers forwarded to you as tokens of appreciation and deep gratitude for the blessing we receive. Thus we remind ourselves that Ikigami Konko Daijin is there to help us, aid us, and guide us to be able to overcome any encounter in life. Thank you for your extended appreciation prayer. For the people of the world, pray to Ikigami Konko Daijin with a sincere and single heart. Please fulfill whatever request they have. Please forgive our negligence and ignorance for the suchness of blessing we may fail to appreciate, and irreverence and offenses we might have committed knowingly and unknowingly. Please help us to reform our hearts to be in line with the heart of our divine Tenchi Ikigami Kami. We earnestly pray that world peace and harmony will prevail through the acknowledgement of the divine message that states, "No one is aware of blessings in heaven and earth, which enable people to live. Kami shall our people become aware of the blessings of heaven and earth, while the Konko Daijin be born throughout the world, when the sunshine in every country with an exception." We continue to extend our prayers for places throughout the world that are experiencing hardship due to natural disasters, crime, poverty, famine, poor governance, pollution, and any other elements. We also pray the ever-expanding, unprecedented coronavirus pandemic will get stabilized and will be able to regain our normal lives. We thank for God for all those years. The divine Tenchi Ikigami Kami, please allow us to be service to you in helping others. As utmost expression of thanks for blessings we'll be able to enjoy. In concluding the service, we pray that the spiritual service is going to one and all.
Tenchi Kakitsuke, page 6.
Ikigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kaino Kami Yashiri
Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day, pray. Ikigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kaino Kami Yashiri Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day, pray.
Adoration prayer, page 7. We give the rise in all from heaven soaring above. We
We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. Ikigami Konko Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces water and wine. The blessings of Kami flow without limits through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous, beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami, we honor the power of Kami.
Shintoku Sanji, page 29.
青い祭れば天高く青い祭れば天高く愚がみ祭れば地は厚し神の恵みに生かさるるみの幸いのありがたき我が生き神の取り次ぎ一人も隠る時のなく天地の神の守りとき近きな隔てなしかに美しみはよろずやにあまねく道で果てしなく感計らいはくすしくて人の思いぞ及ばざる我ら今月今日やび祭りでひたすらに神の御影をたたえますらん神のリレイを仰ぎますらん
色入れ。色入れ。Eternal prayer, page 12. Spirit of those who have gone before us,
You are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You be remembered eternally, your lives told from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you entered the Konko faith. You walked the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the will of the divine parent. You amassed great merit through your faith to take it the world beyond and leave to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We pray as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits.
We beseech you, stand by us, each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami, and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us.
一度入り一朝神殿この平切り境に恋灰差し止めるからその分に承知してくれ外家業いたし農業へで人が願いで呼びに来戻り願いが済みまた農へでまたも呼びに来農業する間もなし来た人も待ち両方の差し支えないなるなんと家業をやめてくれぬかその方42歳の年のは病気でもう手を離し心配いたし神仏に願いをかけれ全開いたしその時死んだと思うて力を離し天地神の神を助けてくれ家内のご気になったと思ってくれ起きおりまし物言われ相談もなり子供を連れてぼとぼと農業をしよってくれこの方のように実に丁寧神信心いたしる氏子が世間に何本も難儀な氏子あり取り次ぎ助けてやってくれ神も助かり氏子も立ち行く氏子あっての神神あっての氏子繁盛いたしすえずえ親にかかり子にかかり愛をかけようで立ち行きLet's read page 70. Divine message received on November 15, 1859. With the completion of the second
Same
staff
staff,
out
on your farming career, please understand, when you are out farming, the person at home has to go out and call you whenever someone comes to give a request. And after you lay the request, you have to go back out again. You have to keep going in and out of the field. This gives you a little time for farming, and the worshipper must also wait for you. Both you and the worshipper are being inconvenienced. Won't you stop farming? When you were gravely ill at 42, the doctor gave up hope. Everyone worried about you. You prayed to the kamis and buddhas and were blessed with complete recovery. Regard this event as your death. Dispel all desires and insistence in time of kami. Also, she should consider herself a widow. This is better than being a real widow, as she can still talk to you and discuss matters. She should take the children with her to do the farm work. There are many people like yourself who have sincere faith in kami, but still have many problems. Help these people by performing mediation. This will help kami and save people. People exist because of kami, and kami exists because of people. Thus kami supports people as kami's children, and people support kami as their parent. There will be eternal Konkokyo, mutual interdependency.
Let's also read the Konko Faith Are Free, page 73. We believe in Tenchi Karen no Kami,
the divine parent of the universe. Our founder, Konko Daijin, embraced Kami's revelations and, as divine mediator, answered the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami, Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts, hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our monthly service for our founder, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama. How has 2021 been going for you so far? Well, it's been going good so far until last week, Wednesday, right? When that unthinkable riot took place at the United States Capitol. It was absolute mayhem. I saw it on TV and I couldn't believe it. I was just sitting at home and my husband Clayton says, texted me from work and he said, you have to check CNN now. I was like, what is going on? And when I looked on the news, I see these people just climbing up the Capitol walls and breaking glass windows and going into the lawmakers' offices, stealing documents and putting up the Confederate flag and just, it was just chaos. I don't know what to say of this event. I don't know. It was just too shocking. I didn't even know the security there was so lenient that they could just overrun that place. You know, if they come in large numbers, it's gonna give people bad ideas. You know, it's scary. You know, and a lot of them weren't wearing masks either. So I think there's gonna be a spike later on. It was a sad day in America to begin the new year. I shake my head. I feel sorry for both sides though, you know. For the Capitol side, to experience something so traumatic, I mean, that's traumatic, you know. And for the rioter side, who became so riled up due to the feelings of injustice, rage, and, you know, wanting to know answers, you know. Both sides were equally troubled, and that's what has happened. There just isn't one answer to solve all the problems of our United States of America. There are multiple levels of problems that began at the very beginning of what became the United States of America. That's what I believe. Something has to change at the fundamental level, or it's just going to get worse and worse, and eventually it's going to all collapse. And I pray for the safety of everyone, and also for everyone to be able to experience and feel peace within themselves, and You know, that's how we create a good society. If each person isn't at peace, if each person isn't feeling safe, then the whole society won't feel that way either. So anyway, that's how New Year started off. Hope it will get better and no more craziness ensues. As for us, our church, we were supposed to have our Mochitsuki at the Sheraton Waikiki yesterday. And then we were supposed to have another Mochitsuki this afternoon at the Moana Surf Rider. But really close to the days of our mochi pounding, we received a call from the hotels and they wanted to cancel the event because the numbers are just increasing a lot these days, and for the safety of their staff and their guests, and also they've been considering, they've been thinking about our church too. I guess like the mayor might have came to the Sheraton Waikiki, so if the mayor comes and pounds mochi, then the media would most likely be there, and it's not going to be just 5 people there, which is a tier 2 limit. So it's going to create a lot of negative comments towards the hotel and for our church. So to save everyone, they said it was a good idea just to go ahead and cancel the event, and yes, it's okay. I think it was perfect, and everything works out in the favors of Kami-sama, and everything becomes a blessing. So I think this is a okayu as well. So we're not disappointed. It's just this is all meant to be, and it's Kami-sama's guidance for us. The COVID-19 vaccines, this is what I wanted to talk about today. It's been in the recent news. And you know that 2 vaccines are out for the general public. Well, not general public, but mainly for like healthcare workers and the first responders. 2 companies, namely the Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna. My brother Davidson said he took the vaccine, and he's a nurse, so he took his vaccine in mid-December, the first one, and he took the second shot last week Thursday. And I'm not gonna lie, he got really sick. And like 12 hours after the second shot, he developed a high fever of 102 Fahrenheit. He had nausea, vomiting, extreme fatigue, chills, severe joint pains. His whole body is sore. He stayed in bed for 2 whole days, and today too he's in bed, so this makes it the 3rd day he's in bed. He was so sick, he called out for work, as absent, yesterday and today. And I'm like, oh, and you want to ask me, did I take the vaccine? Nope. I'm the cautious one of the family. I don't do things or go places unless I know it's safe and beneficial. So even like for going to Amagi Church right after high school and the Konkokyo Seminary for spiritual training, I wouldn't have gone if my other older brothers, David and Rodney Sensei, didn't come back as changed men. I wouldn't have gone if they had a terrible time there. But they came back, they said it was great fun, and they changed in so many ways. They became more confident, more spiritual, and more accomplished. So that's why I went. And my oldest brother David, his middle name is Michio, and that name was given to him by the late Reverend Fumio Yasutake of the 2nd generation head minister of the Konko Church of Amagi. And there are many ways to write Michio, but for David's middle name, Michi ga umareru, is how you write his name. Michi means the way or the road. Umareru is to be born. So basically, he's the road paver in the family. And David has paved the way for his 2 younger siblings all his life. He was the firstborn. He was the first to go to an all-American school. First to get busted from my parents if he did something bad. First to get a driver's license. First to go to Japan for spiritual training. First to go to college and graduate. First to get married. First to have children. First to get the COVID vaccine. He just did like his name, He paved the way so we can do like he did or do better. His experiences showed us the outcome so we can follow in his footsteps or choose another option. It must be challenging to be the firstborn. Clayton, my husband, he's also a firstborn. So I have no idea what firstborn is like. I'm the thirdborn, so I'm very, very fortunate. I was able to see what my other brother's gone through. And I said, oh man, I'm not going to do that mistake. So when Davidson said, was one of the first healthcare workers to go get the COVID vaccine. In this way, he wanted to see how the vaccine will work. I mean, I'm sure he's doing it for his family. He doesn't want to spread the virus amongst our family here. He also wants to try to protect himself, and I believe that's the reason why he chose to get vaccinated. But me, I wanted to see how everyone gets affected first. And this vaccine was made so quickly, and I'm scared to take it. And seeing my brother get so sick after taking a second shot, and he's still sick in bed, I'm going to hold off on a vaccine for now. I still do think that me and my parents got COVID-19 back in December of 2019, after we all came back from our Japan trip as a family. And we were so sick. My mom and I have never been this sick in our lives. I thought I was going to die. It was so tiring, and I had zero energy. My mom was sick for about a month. We both spiked the fever about 104 Fahrenheit. Had a dry cough and everything. We lost our sense of smell and lost our appetite, lost a lot of weight. I even took my mom to the ER because she was so sick and her oxygen levels were low. And the ER doctor swabbed her nose for the flu twice now, and they both came back negative. And the ER doctor says, I don't know what it is, but just go home and rest. And I was like, what? You're not going to admit my mom? But thankfully, little by little, she recovered. But really, the effects of it lasted for a couple more months. And she really got her full energy back a few months later. So that was really a scare for our family. Anyway, the COVID-19 vaccines are the newer type of vaccines, and it's the mRNA variety. mRNA means messenger ribonucleic acid. So, because it's so fragile, it's encased into a fatty lipid nanoparticle, a synthetic nanoparticle, and then it's injected into the human body. Then a fatty lipid, there's a coating. It's a coating around the mRNA that they made, and it allows the lipid layer, it allows the particle to go into the lipid layer of our cells. So our cells, every cell is made up of a lipid layer. Lipid means fat. So to get into a cell, that mRNA vaccine has to be coated with a lipid layer too, so it can go into it. Otherwise, it cannot enter the cell. So, and then after the mRNA vaccine enters the cell, it's like a recipe, The mRNA is like a recipe to make cookies, for example. But it's a recipe to make the spike proteins. So what it is, it comes into the cell, and it gives instructions to make copies of the spike proteins. And after it makes the copies, the mRNA, the artificial mRNA that entered our body through vaccine, it decays and it gets eliminated from the body in about 2 days, according to the doctors that I talked to at the hospital. And the mRNA that is injected into you is basically like a recipe instruction, and it's used to make the spike proteins. Then your immune cells will expel out the proteins it made within itself and expose the spike proteins out into the open. And then the other immune cells will approach it and be like, hey, that doesn't belong here. That spike protein, it's a foreign object, it doesn't belong here. So then your immune system is gonna think it's a foreign object and it doesn't belong here, so it's gonna attack it. And then it's gonna have your immune system make antibodies it's going to start producing all these antibodies in your body so it can attach to all these spike proteins that your cells produce from that vaccine. So that way, when your body produces antibodies, it's going to attach to the spike proteins and it's going to neutralize them. So when the real COVID-19 vaccine enters you, your body is already prepared with the antibodies to neutralize the spike proteins of the virus before the virus can enter into your cells and hijack it. So anyway, the synthetic mRNA that was introduced into the body via vaccine supposedly decays and is eliminated from your body in about 2 days. That's why it's required to be in extremely cold temperature storage. And that's how basically the mRNA vaccine, this new COVID vaccine, works. It's not like any other kind of vaccine we've taken in the past, where like the MMRs or like the flu vaccine, they introduce pretty much like mugshots of the virus or the germ, and they kind of, it sends like a photo, to your cell and say, this is what you want to kill. Okay, everybody, this is what you want to kill. And so your body is like, okay, we got it. And so when that germ comes, your body will attack it. But this is a new type of vaccine using mRNA. So it's so new. It's still, I believe it's in the experimental phase still yet. Mm-hmm. It hasn't even been a year when this vaccine came out. Mm-hmm. And people are experiencing different kind of symptoms. It hasn't been tested on every single race, every single type of person in this world. And you might think, oh, that's so cool though, this vaccine that human beings created. How smart of these scientists to create something so amazing, using nanoparticles to envelope an mRNA. Like, it's amazing, this amazing medical technology. But did you know that our bodies have a natural defense system that is protecting us at this very moment? As I speak, my immune system is protecting me. As you sit and listen to me, your body's immune system is helping fight off infections that you don't even know about. When we get sick, we panic, but we fail to recognize our body's normal body functions and on a day-to-day basis. When we get the cold or the flu and recover, our body creates antibodies to defend our body from getting attacked by the same germs that the virus is in. Yet, we don't acknowledge our own immune system. And when a man-made vaccine comes out, we praise it so highly. And we say, wow, that's so amazing, he deserves the Nobel Prize or whatever. Yeah, we don't praise Kami-sama for keeping us healthy for so many years. We gotta praise Kami-sama for protecting you all these years. Have you done that lately? Vaccines will only work if our immune system works properly. People with a weakened immune system are advised not to take vaccines. In the Konko faith, we don't encourage nor discourage vaccines. And that's the cool thing about Konko. Konkokyo doesn't say, don't vaccinate. Or Konkokyo doesn't say, oh, you better vaccinate either. Konkokyo, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want to, but just pray. And that's the main thing. Because we have to pray. The founder, Konko Daijin, talked about vaccines actually in the teaching. In the founder's teachings, he experienced a few epidemics in the past, like the cholera epidemic, smallpox, and his children have died from these diseases. And many people died and relied on shrines and temples for blessings and protection. And that's why you see a lot of these little tiny roadside shrines in Japan if you go to the rural areas. And those are little kami-samas that people pray to for protection from diseases and stuff. So back when people just think that smallpox and various diseases were caused by an evil spirit or a curse. But with the advancements in science, sickness were found to be caused by microorganisms, like protozoa and bacteria and viruses and toxins. So So people naturally dissociated illness to evil spirits and curses. And many stopped praying to the deities anymore. They're like, it doesn't matter if I pray to kamis and buddhas. I'm going to get sick anyways because it's caused by microorganisms, the protozoa, by viruses, by toxins. So whether we pray or don't pray, we still may get sick, but we still have to pray to receive blessings for everything. And whether we vaccinate or not, we still may get sick as well. I see people posing with their signs saying, I got vaccinated, and they're flexing their arm and with their band-aid on their arm, thinking it's cool that they got their COVID vaccine. And then it makes them feel invincible. But there's still a lot that has to be learned about these vaccines. Human knowledge and research have come quite far in the modern age, and I think that's amazing. Yet it's only a tip of the iceberg of what still needs to be learned. We are spiritual creatures, so no matter how much knowledge we may attain, no matter how smart we get, the great life force is still Kami-sama, and we can't control that. It's not, there's still a lot that people don't understand. So if you decide to get the vaccine, you need to pray that the vaccine are made safely and with the honest intent of saving lives. You need to pray that the vaccine will benefit your body and not cause harm, and your body will listen to your prayers. We need to receive blessings for everything. And it's important to give thanks for the health we had until this very day. Having an illness cured may be a blessing, but the greater blessing, the even greater blessing is being healthy on a day-to-day basis. Always being in great health. Acknowledge that, appreciate that. Praise Kami-sama for that blessing. Acknowledge that great love from Kami-sama that's keeping us healthy on an everyday basis. Take a moment to pause and communicate your gratitude to Kami-sama for this very day that your body is able to function normally. And then your blessings will continue. So anyways, thank you very much. That's kind of like what I wanted to share with you today. So I'm not discouraging you from taking your vaccine. I'm just telling you the truth of what happened to my brother who took it. And you decide what you want to do. You can take it, go ahead. But just pray. So we are spiritual beings, and we need to be connected to Kami-sama at all times. Be safe, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing this service. When I listen to Edna Sensei's speech, I will make 2 points. First, the unprecedented chaotic disorder in Washington. This is a very terrible situation. But every day when I pray to Kami-sama over here, Washington, I extend my thanks. So we can be able to operate the Konkokyo office in the last 95 years in Hawaii. It's because of these elements of how United States government, culture, and laws, and so forth. Basically, it's only because of the Japanese-oriented communities established about 150 years ago. Without this basic element of community, Japanese-oriented community, we may not be able to operate. And we can think of having Konkokyo operation in China, in Soviet Union, in Europe, because they are scarce Japanese-oriented communities. And government may prohibit foreign religious operations. So every day I think that we can operate with Konkokyo office. The very basic. This is one thing. And for COVID-19 vaccination, the Konko-sama said, if people pray before take medicine, blessings would be quick. Instead, however, they take medicine before praying, and so there are no divine blessings. In Japanese, 祈れ薬にすればおかげも早いが、薬祈りにするからおかげになる。Maybe majority of people who take medicine, vaccination, or any medical treatment, they may not care about if there's some cancer. They may not pray. So, praying with acknowledgement of Kami-sama's work in the medicine. Even vaccination can be produced through vigorous research and testing to ensure safety and effectiveness. So it can be a result of so-called ishin, wholehearted effort, wholehearted endeavor of pharmaceutical industries. So we can take vaccination because availability of the drugs, medical treatments. So say thank you for those elements first, and pray they will effectively cure our disease or illnesses. So this is very important thing. Anyway, I want to share my own thoughts. Konko Daijin. Konko Daijin related to Kataoka Jiroshiro. Practice phase looks easy, but it's actually very difficult. Phase that is practice for 3 or 5 years can still easily go astray. If you continue to practice phase for 10 years, you become a religious person. Each day is the beginning of all days to come. Therefore, people should receive divine blessings each and every day so that everything will go well for 10 years and hundreds of years. All this very day pray. Divine favor depends upon one's own heart. Do not worry needlessly. This is from the Jinku Chowa, Kami said this. It is said that 7 out of 10 people who have ever been introduced to the Konkokyo faith community may eventually leave this stop getting late. Konkokyo principle. Actually, being able to get connected to church alone for 10 years can be one of the biggest blessings. In the course of 10 years of involvement in the church functions, we can celebrate and looking back at the past and find blessings received somehow. The blessing that found refer may mean more to it than just the apparent cure as solutions for the personal issues we may have to deal with. The blessings we talk primarily in our faith community is the spirituality that can identify the blessing to come, and we have been totally granted through our virtuous Paul and love Tenchi kind of kind. The spirituality shall serve as the spiritual foundation to help us to keep on enjoying continued flow of blessings. This spirituality is the heart that can be identified. The blessing of coming in every aspect of daily living. I think I should stop over here. And thank you very much for listening. Ikigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Wahiawa Shini Rai Wahiawa Kokoro ni ari Konkokyo Shini Rai Ikigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Wahiawa Shini Rai Wahiawa Kokoro ni ari Konkokyo Shini Rai. Goikai number 3. Page 50, number 69.
69. Practicing faith is easy. It is people who make it difficult. Even if you have practiced faith from 3 to 5 years, you can still become easily confused. If you continually practice faith for 10 years, then you can celebrate with gratitude in your heart. Each day is the beginning of all the days to come. Therefore, receive divine presence each and every day, so everything will go well. You should practice your faith easily.
Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, there we go. Oops, sorry. 70. Since humans are the master of all living things in the universe, they must have faith corresponding to the laws of the universe. 71. A hirumai is where you go to develop your faith. So train your faith well before you return home. You never know what might happen at night. So receive divine blessings at home and at your workplace. Those who have children or jobs cannot leave their homes or workplace to go to the hirumai. When a family member is sick, you cannot leave them. Therefore, go to the hirumai to train your faith when all is fine.
72. Do not disrespect others. Doing so will not bring divine blessings. 73. Do not be afraid to be different from others. You cannot practice faith without being different. A person who is different is one who has a pure heart.
74. How the feel compassion is a hard work. 75. To kill others within your heart is a grave offense. Kami cannot bear such offenses. When one physically kills, the government will punish that person. Kami knows when one kills within one heart.
おはようございます。Good morning, everyone. ただいまから歌わせていただきます。4 songs、よろしくお願いいたします。We're going to sing 4 songs. お願いいたします。新人の栄光 Page 57. It's broken.
Oh.
Sorry, folks. Our audio system is kind of broken today. We don't know what's going on. We cannot start it up. So my mom will just sing without music. So you can sing it along.
Okay. Arrange. はい。Okay. じゃあここに歌ってこのように。恥ずかしい。Okay. じゃあ新人の栄光。新人の栄光。言うてアカペラで歌います。じゃあ一緒で歌おう。Okay. Please.
Okay. So we will sing 新人の栄光。
アカペラ。
はい、いきます。
雨 神の愛し子限りなき恵みの中に生かさるる我ら嬉しき人の世に永遠の光を愛し子に尽きぬ御影を誓わしし御親の神に救わるる我ら嬉しき信心の道を Page 68信心の道を迷わず失わず末の末まで教え伝えよ教え伝えよ信心の道を迷わず失わず末の末まで教え伝えよ教え伝えよ信心のすいません今度はヨヨの親はヨヨの親は我が家の神我が神と心尽くしていつきまつらな心尽くしていつきまつらなヨヨの親は我が家の神我が神と心尽くしていつきまつらな心尽くしていつきまつらな And shining shimmering light Page 42
It works now? Okay, it works now. じゃあ、ありがとうございました。
In the heart caught up in that memory, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, still in my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant
天地が見つけよう。池上金光大臣天地金の神真に願い我々が心にあり今月今日で共に池上金光大臣天地金の神真に願いおかげをが心にあり今月今日で共に
ございました。
これ next week のジェネラルミーティングのこと話してジェネラルミーティングここでしますけど
Okay, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Next week, Sunday, the 17th, we will have our regular Sunday service at 9 a.m. and we will have our general meeting afterwards. And we'll make it really quick, short, about 30 minutes, hopefully. And it'll be downstairs. We'll space apart. So if you can join us for this general meeting, and that'd be great. We will not have a New Year's party. I know that's something we all look forward to every year. No more piñata this year. No more potluck. So we'll miss that. But we'll have our general meeting and we'll make it quick so you can all head home.
Evaluationの餅つき
Yeah, and we'll also have a short evaluation of our mochitsuki. So hope you can join us for that. Have a good week. Take care.